Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Website at the top here is kathymcleland.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you want to. For the spelling, of course. Supportive Oracle Cards. Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Websites for Sandra. Where is it? There we go. Hay House, bunch of Hay House websites. Feel free to freeze frame on that and do what you want, of course. There is one on the back too, hayhouseradio.com. It's below Sandra's picture. Feel free to check that out if you'd like to as well. Okay, what do we have for Libra? This takes a long time to get where it needs to go. Okay. It's... Yeah, okay. Okay. They're just highlighting what we've already... Okay. Okay. For a lot of you, I feel like this is like a friend group or like some type of social connection. But it's like a group of... It's a social group. Like... Maybe like a work group, or maybe if there's there's something else you work on outside of, you know, if there's something you're a part. Like for some of you, if you're connected with like something with a school, something like that, could be friends you've had for the longest time, maybe friends from high school. For some of you, this is a group I feel like you've been connected with for quite a while, and it seems like you've been bonded with these people for quite a time. What is happening here? Something is changing, because I feel like you're fairly loyal to this group. When I get the Chariot, you're pretty loyal to this group, and it feels like it's balanced at the moment. There's a change coming though, a big change. But like, is there something about this group that I haven't hit on? Six of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Maybe you help it balance out. You help this person deal with that person. You help, mediate things, mitigate things. But it's not really a new thing. It's not something that shocks you. This is something you're probably very used to and more than likely comfortable with. There's something coming forward where the balance is coming in differently. That the Emperor is like the opposite for you. This can be a very bold. It's an energy that Libra kind of does think is rude. Libra doesn't really care for this energy usually. But it's like there's a new balance coming in. Things are starting to balance differently. Why are things balancing differently? It seems like it's happening kind of all of a sudden. But why? Five of Cups reversed. Somebody doesn't like the way things are going, and the Tower comes in as well. I don't know. It feels like there's a new addition, but there's a couple. I think it's a new addition, and this really changes things. It really changes things. There's a new addition here. Something is much different. There's a new addition here. New energy, very different, completely different from you. Can be rude, but I feel like the way it locks in here, your first reaction is just to kind of like step back and go, what is happening? And I feel like I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to absorb like what is going on here. This isn't feeling normal to me. This is way out of standard from how this usually goes. Somebody else is balancing it the way they want to balance it, but it's so different from you, and it's kind of like, I don't know if that's right. Very bold energy. Whoever this is, very, very, very bold. Very, like, rude. I feel like you would refer to them as rude. And I feel like I'm just taken back at a moment, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to step back and just like, is this person having a moment? Is something going on? Like, why are they like this? Like, what is happening? Like, other people seem to like this person, but I don't really think this is okay. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You got the Tower card coming in. You have it literally sitting here right on the table where you're standing too. Like, if I could just pay attention and see it. You were flat out like, I didn't see that coming, and I'm floored. Floored. This, I feel like this came in really fast too. When I keep looking at this Three of Wands, I feel speed, something new coming in really fast. Just boom. Okay, this, I want to get out of the shell-shocked moment, but I feel like that's quite the thing. So I'm not, like, I don't want to like make a minimal thing. It's like, it's a thing. It's like I feel like I get stuck in it for a while. I gotta pull myself out of it here. And then I'm seeing the Moon card with the attachment. It's hard to get my bearings on this. I don't really understand what's happening. This person is like all of a sudden involved in everything. They're involved in everything. Whatever this group is, like they have their hands and fingers in every little thing. Every little, it's like I can't turn around without, in this subject, in this group, whatever I talk about, whenever I'm connecting, they're always involved. They seem to be a part of everything. And I don't really care for it, is what I keep getting. I don't like this at all. I see your energy going, I don't like this at all. The Devil card is coming in next. This person is like, they're in everything, and I don't like dealing with them. And they're extremely stressful for you. Okay, let's keep going. We're not at the end yet, but okay. Other people seem to be just letting it be the way it is. Nobody seems to be opposing it. I feel like nobody really wants to... I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Are they against it? I don't really feel like... What is... You got the Thinking Man and the Hermit, which is a lot of introspection, but not a lot of communication. Even though it's the Thinking Man, I still feel like there's not a lot of communication going on from other people. People are just kind of like, oh, it is what it is. I don't know. They don't seem to be reacting to it the way you're reacting to it. Page of Swords and the Hanged Man are the highlights. Nobody seems to be contesting it at all. They're just kind of waiting to see what happens next. I feel like they're expecting changes. This person is bringing in a lot of bold changes, a lot of abrupt changes. And I feel like other people around are just kind of like, well, let's see what happens. I don't see anybody opposing this. Like, none of those cards, the Hermit, the Page of Swords, pages aren't really opposition. They're more messengers usually, or like they're I think of them like 12 to 14-year-olds, somewhere in that area where they're capable, but they're not out there, creating a whole life. They're not out there, getting a full-time job and driving to work every day. You know what I'm saying? So they're capable, but they're not all the way there yet. So they're not really opposition. They're just kind of developing. The Hanged Man doesn't do anything. Hanged person, whatever you want to refer to. The Hermit is kind of a follower energy, introspection, kind of like stepping back, figuring it out type thing on their own. The Thinking Man is just, when it ties all this in, it's like they're thinking about what's going on here, but they're not really opposed to it. I feel like maybe this is just, because I feel like I'm going into this in depth, and I'm like, why are we going here? Like, what is this doing for you? I feel like you're kind of like, because you're expecting somebody to stand up and say, hey, that's not okay, or hey, we need to kind of do this differently, or can you calm down, please? Nobody's doing that. People are just waiting to see what actually comes of it. People want to see what the change will be because of it. And there's a big change coming, but I feel like you might be one of those changes. I feel like you're going to walk away from this group, and you might not at all expect it, because this person is like becoming a new staple in the situation. And when I get these two cards together, the World and the Death card, that's like a complete ending. That's like, we're done. It's not going backwards. So whatever this you're connected with, I feel like this new person coming in, I feel like this is like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And if this is how it's going to be from here on out, I think I'm out. I think you're going to end up there sooner or later, because I feel like I'm only going to tolerate this for so long. And when I realize that nobody else is upset with it, everybody else seems to be okay with it, and I'm not, I feel like my only option is to actually leave. I don't really want to, but the way the wheel is turning, I feel like this turned in a way I didn't expect, and I don't like the way it turned. I feel like you're going to move on. You do have other things coming in for you. One thing, when one door closes, another one opens. You know how that goes. Because I feel like you got more possibilities. They're saying, when this door shuts, you're going to have an opening. Just choose what you want. Be I don't think of Libra as, okay. Be selfish and get what you want. I know that Libra tends to balance things out and like what's fair, and like you're not looking to take advantage of anybody, and that's cool. But like when you go into the next situation, because there's something else you're going to choose to go into, don't go into it because you feel like it's right. Go into it because that's what you want. Because whatever it is, whatever the situation is, you will help balance it. You'll be effective there. And what you learn in the beginning doesn't mean that that's like, just because a situation looks like it's fine without you doesn't mean it is. I don't know. Whatever the next, there's something else. There's a situation replacing this one. So, for example, I feel like I'm looking at this. What if it's a friend group? Like if you had a friend group from from high school, and now you're just kind of like, because of the way these new energies are coming in, I'm just going to distance myself from them, and that connection's over, which I'm kind of shocked with. But you seem to be, when those friends leave, you do seem to be gathering other people. You seem to be connecting to another friend group. But I feel like when you're connecting and getting to know people, don't stay with a situation just because you feel like maybe I should so I can help people. Don't stick with that. When you find something and you're like, you know what, I like these people. I'd like to hang out with them. They're fun. Go with that. Because you will be very effective. You will be very helpful in that situation. Whatever situation you're connecting to, everything ebbs and flows. Sometimes there's good times. Sometimes there's not so good times. You will be effective. You will be important wherever you go. But they're saying just don't choose something because you feel like, yeah, I should help them. Don't do that. I just keep getting like, that's not a good choice. Don't do that, because you start something with that, it will drain you. It will always be, if you go into something and it's rough to begin with, it will always be rough. Don't do that. Don't choose something hard to start with. Choose something that you like, something that's good, something that you enjoy, because it improves over time and you're going to help something improve to the next level. Go with that. I hope that makes sense. Because I feel like Libra tries to be like, well, this is where I should be. But they're saying, no, choose, like, if it seems selfish, then just accept, okay, it's selfish, and go for the selfish choice. I feel like you're not really being selfish, but if you, for some reason, feel like you are, go for the selfish choice. In reality, I have a feeling from the outside, somebody else looking in be like, no, Libra, you're not being selfish. You deserve to have something good. But for some reason, I keep feeling like you're looking at it like, oh, I don't know if I really should do that. I should go over there. They seem to need my help more. Don't do it. Do yourself a favor. Don't do that. Something else, the universe will take care of that on its own. It'll be fine. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.